Hello, Professor and class. This is Giovanni. For today, I will be presenting a brief overview of my final critical assignment paper. In my critical assignment, I will argue that the Los Angeles Police Department should move beyond a compliance-based ethics training program that primarily focuses on rules and punishment and instead adopt a value-based approach. Now, this type of training would emphasize accountability, moral courage, and loyalty to the public, allowing police officers not only to make ethical decisions, but also to believe in them, rather than acting out of fear of discipline, which is currently the status quo. Now, to support this argument, I break my paper into several key sections. I begin by discussing the importance of ethics in law enforcement and provide an overview of the LAPD and its code of ethics. Now, in this section, I introduce the ontology, which focuses on duty and doing what is right, regardless of the outcome. I then move on into compliance-based training and explain how utilitarianism applies, particularly in situations where police officers must consider the greater good. After that, I examine the current frequency of ethics training and highlight some of its shortcomings using statistics and peer review research. From there, I transition to the difference between compliance-based and value-based training, introducing virtue ethics, which focuses on developing moral character rather than simply following rules. Now, I also draw on divine command theory to reinforce the idea that ethical behavior should stem from a deeper sense of moral responsibility, not just policies or following the rules for the sake of the rules themselves. Finally, I conclude with recommendations for improving ethics training within the LAPD, particularly for both new officers and supervisors. Now, in my conclusion, my paper argues that ethics training should shift away from a focus on rules and punishment and instead prioritize values such as accountability, moral courage, and public trust. By doing so, officers are more likely to act ethically because they believe in those values, not simply because they are required to. This brings my whole thesis together into one package. Now, this concludes my current presentation. I want to thank you all. Good luck in your final critical assignment, and God bless. Bye.